Okay, see, block deck and cylinders. You can see they're actually not too bad. In my fairly untrained eye, they look alright, except the last one, which I said was exposed to the water pooling in there. What you see on the bottom of the piston there is not water, it's actually oil. So what I've done is I've kind of coaxed it with oil a bit and made sure that the rust didn't continue. Excuse me. So what I'm going to do now is start cleaning the deck, but before that I'm going to be putting rags in each one of these, and then I'm going to be using the old trick of putting shaving cream just inside the water jackets as well, the galleries. And then what I'll do is I'll actually start doing the thread chasing and go from there. I'll try to film as I go. As I said, this is the way I'm doing it. I'm not sure if it's the right practice or not, but heck, got to give it a go. So, just put the little rags down here. Try to get that done. I've also put a bit of oil around each of the cylinders again. The idea there is that I will actually be, especially the back one, giving it a little bit of a wet and dry. Now, yes, the danger is that the particles from the wet and dry could actually make their way down, but because it's wet and dry, I'm hoping that it's not going to actually dislodge any of the paper, unlike, say, emery cloth. But I'll go slowly, of course, and I will be cleaning things up as I go. It seems to have at least taken away the roughness. Pretty much carboned up. That's what that looks like now. And there is fine. I actually prefer if I do saturate it with oil, because I want the thing to start draining, if you will. Try to get that out. Putting a bit of WD-40 on here. And this is what we'll do. Just using a knife. Alright, so pretty much that was the first go with the knife, and I've taken out as much as I can. It feels quite smooth. There's a few areas that are still, like for example here, that the knife kind of can't get. So I'm going to try with the wet and dry and see if I can make a bit of an impact there. Try to get rid of some of that stuff. As I said before, it's relatively safe using wet and dry because of the fact that it doesn't shed its contents too badly. And you can see already how much of a difference that's made. just on the back there, it looks rough, but it's actually quite smooth. Okay, next up I'm going to give the thread chaser a go. Effectively, just go slowly and see what happens. Now that was alright, just to prove me wrong. But I'm glad actually. I don't want these things to be dirty if I can avoid it. So I just put a bit of brake cleaner on the thread. And I'll just start. Right, so with the threads chased as such, I've obviously still got liquid in there, so what I'll do is just before I put the head on, I'll use the air compressor and clean it out one more time. But in the meantime, I'm just using these Q-tips here, or whatever they're called, to kind of clean out any little remnants of rubbish before I actually vacuum it up. What I've done is pretty much decided I'm not going to touch the piston tops because I don't want to risk further contamination and all that kind of stuff. And if I do a engine rebuild in the future, which I'm planning on, well, these old things are going to come out anyway. So I must remember, the only reason why I want to get this going is so I can move it out of the way. So what I'll do now is I'll put a little bit of oil in each of the bores again, and I'll cover it up, and I'll get back on to continuing the head.